Something about you isn't right. I swear you can make me lose my mind. Lying here awake at night. If this is love, then I don't want it. Why you gotta be so complicated? I'm sick and tired of contemplating. I don't wanna be here.
Bonjour à tous. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm very happy that you are here. Today I will show you what you need to buy on the first day of your stay in Paris if you stay at a place that has a fridge, which is a must in my opinion, and some other kitchen equipment such as a coffee maker, microwave, and some plates and cutleries. Also, I'll give you a couple of very useful tips for your trip in general and an important piece of information you need to know if you have a plan to go to Paris this summer. So, please stay tuned. As I wrote under the About section of my channel, I fell in love with France when I first visited Paris in my freshman year, and that love has been going strong ever since. I visit some part of France every year at least once, and twice sometimes. I stayed at different types of accommodation in Paris and many other parts of France, so I have accumulated quite a bit of experience to share with you.
Swear you can make me lose my mind.
Starting today, I will upload a few videos about visiting Paris. I hope they be useful, helpful, and enjoyable. Let's go. Allons-y.
The one you keep running to whenever you feel down. I can't be that someone who'll always be there.
How do you search for accommodation for your destination? I usually check out online platforms for rental accommodation such as Airbnb, Booking.com, or Vrbo. You can easily narrow down your search by your budget, location, number of people, etc. Some accommodations are better equipped than others, but most places have a fridge, a microwave, a coffee maker, and a kettle. And honestly, that is enough unless you are going to Paris to enjoy some quality cooking time. Anyways, before booking a place, it is better to check all the amenities offered and make sure it is equipped with all the features that are important to you. Most accommodations, including hotels, have set a check-in time somewhere between 3 and 4 p.m. You may ask for an early check-in, but you may or may not get it. Depending on your landing or arrival time in Paris, you may have to keep your baggage with you for a few hours before you can drop it off at your accommodation. And you might well know already, it is not a very convenient thing to do. If it is the case, you might have to have your first meal in Paris before checking in at your accommodation. If you don't want to wander around to find a decent restaurant, it's always a good idea to search beforehand and know where to go, especially when you still have your baggage with you. Or there are a few luggage storage providers in Paris such as Stasher, Bounce, or Radical Storage. You can search for a convenient location to store your luggage for a few hours or even for a few days. In most cases, to access your accommodation, there will be a lockbox you can retrieve the key from so that you can check yourself in. When you enter your rented place for the first time, you'd want to locate the amenities to get familiar with the place you will be staying at for a few days or weeks. Then, it's time to go grocery shopping. You can check a grocery store or supermarché in French near you. You can simply go to the nearest one and go to another if you don't like the nearest one. I'll show you different grocery store brands in a separate video. Before doing groceries, you could make a list of things you need to buy, such as coffee depending on the type of coffee maker your accommodation has, yogurt, and other dairy items like milk, cheese, or butter. Jam as well if you are planning to buy a baguette or pastries at a boulangerie for breakfast. And why not? Paris is the capital of all the best baked goods. You got to take as much advantage of it as possible, right? A lot of boulangeries are open early in the morning like 6:30 or 7. And I guarantee you that you will find at least one or more boulangeries near your place wherever you stay. One more thing. In France, there are no more plastic bags available at a grocery store. So, there are a few options. You can pack and bring a foldable grocery bag with you, or you can buy such a bag and bring it home as a souvenir from Paris. And a foldable grocery bag is quite handy. Or you can simply use your backpack to carry back the groceries that you buy. One good thing about having a kitchen, even if it is a very small one, is that you don't need to go out to eat every evening. Sometimes you may be too tired to eat out. Then you can order a takeout or buy at a deli or at a grocery store on the way back to your accommodation. You can have dinner comfortably at your rented place. There are many different brands of still water and sparkling water. In Paris, a lot of people drink bottled water instead of tap water. There also are so many different kinds of drinks, including juice, soda, beer, wine, and champagne at any grocery store in Paris. If you want to have a glass of wine or beer, you'd want to buy some during your grocery shopping. Check if there is a corkscrew and a bottle opener at your accommodation. Any typical rental lodging in Paris would have those essential things. And here I have a useful tip for you. You may not want to pack shower items like shampoo or body wash in your luggage, whether because they are too heavy or the containers are bigger than 100 milliliter size if you only travel with a carry-on. Then why don't you leave those at home and buy a bottle of shampoo and a bottle of body wash when you arrive in Paris, especially if you travel with somebody. Between 2 or 3 of you, you can share a small bottle of shampoo and body wash. There wouldn't be much left at the end of your trip. Then you can discard or leave them there when you check out. And the last thing, I'll give you a heads up. There is some important information about Paris metro interruption going on in Paris for subway modernization. There is interruption of service at multiple stations after 10 p.m. There also are some lines stopping service for the weekend. In addition, if you're planning to enter Paris from the Charles de Gaulle airport or go to the airport by metro this summer between August 12th and 14th, unfortunately, you'd better change your plan because there wouldn't be a metro service on multiple stations between the CDG airport and the Gare du Nord on August 12th, 13th, and 14th all day long and in both directions. So, I recommend you to install the RATP app called Bonjour RATP on your phone to check the up-to-date status of metro services in Paris and its suburbs. Oh, the RATP, or RATP in French, is a state-owned public transport operator and maintainer that has the headquarters in Paris, France. That's all for today from me. I've got to get going. I'll come back with more useful travel information about Paris next Thursday. I hope to see you again next week. If you have enjoyed it, please do give this video a thumbs up. I'd very much appreciate it. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my weekly videos. Thanks for watching.